Hello again, Warren Tech North students. This is Miss Coates, and this is the second lesson in our post-secondary workforce readiness workbook. Today, you're going to be really focusing on your personality type. So in your book, if you want to go to page 9, we're going to talk about Holland Code, okay? So I know you've done a lot of interest inventories probably in ICAP and there are many out there. When you get older and go to college, you can spend hundreds of dollars on these personality inventories, okay? But bottom line, this is just to see what type of person you are, your strengths, how you learn, how you work in a team. You've done one probably most likely in ICAP at your home high school. But the Holland Code is really unique. We really like it. We think it works really well with figuring out that career that you might like, that work environment you might like. We really want you, again, to know how to research yourself. You don't want a job that is sitting at a computer for 8 hours every day not talking to anyone if you're of a creative, outgoing person, because that is not going to you're not going to be happy in that. Okay, we want you to be happy in your career. So again, if everything works out, you will be very satisfied and have job satisfaction in your job. Okay, so the Holland Code are these 6 characteristics, and we're going to go through them here, and then I'll show you your assignment will be then to take the Holland Code test and then do some work on that. Okay, so kind of fun. So there's the 6 types, and then your top 3 would be your Holland Code. Okay, so again, this is just so you have that job satisfaction, you're in the correct environment for your personality. Okay, so again, you're working 8-9 hours a day. That's a lot of time that you are, in your job. So you want to find something that matches with you. So realistic, if you get R, if R is one of your higher numbers, you are like the doer. Okay, you really like working outside. You like being physically active. You like to build and create things. You're independent, so you can do things on your own, and you're okay with that. You don't need to be around people all the time, and you're strong-willed. Okay, so you can think of our sports medicine program would be a program that has maybe some strong R's in there. Okay, outdoor leadership would be a program at Central that would have some high R's. Okay, then we have I's, the investigative, the thinkers. Okay, they like to explore it. They're very curious. They are constantly questioning. When they were little kids, questioning their mom and dad, why is this doing this? Why does it do this? And they still to this day ask their teachers why. They're constantly curious, wanting to ask questions. They're the type of kid that maybe saw the vacuum cleaner as a little kid and wanted to take it apart. Or they're the kid now that are in some of our computer programs. They love to take apart a computer and put it back together. Okay, they make decisions using logical reasoning, not necessarily their heart, their compassion, their emotion, but they just make logical decisions. Okay, so that's the high I's. So we usually have a lot of high I's in forensic science, criminal justice. Okay, artistic. Okay, these are the creators, and they are imaginative, original, expressive. They're impulsive. They like an unstructured situation, so they would prefer a teacher to give them a really unstructured assignment or project that doesn't have a super strong deadline, that they can do a couple, 5, 6 different options. They don't really aren't successful with a teacher that has strict hard deadlines. It has to be, exactly 6 sentences, this many words. They struggle with that a little bit, okay? So as you can imagine, here at Warren Tech North, obviously our audio production students are very high A's, but this also embedded throughout the other kids in the programs. Okay, a lot of people might have an A as their second mixed in with that. A lot of social kids here at Warren North. So these are your friendly and social and helpful students. And you can imagine a lot of our programs are in that healthcare cluster. So these are kids that want to help others. They're outgoing, they're responsible, they're very patient, and they're empathic. They really, really feel for others, and they like to teach, okay, or train others. So a lot of programs here help the social kids. Enterprising, so these are the persuaders, okay, they like to make it happen. They're assertive. You may think that they're bossy, but they're assertive. They're very social. They have a lot of energy. They like to talk. They like to make decisions. So, if you're in a group project, you might know of an enterprising student. They kind of take charge and just take over that project. Conventional, okay, these are the organizers. Keep it going. So they're practical, they're orderly, very well organized, follow all the rules. So if you ever have a group project, you definitely want someone with a C in your group, because they will keep things orderly on a timeline, okay? Things like that. So basically the code has this diagram, and once you guys take your quiz, you'll find out, but you would prefer to have it close up, all close together. So for example, I've taken this quiz and I'm SEA, so mine are all touching, okay? In my job, I'm a high school counselor, so social, yes, I get to, work with adults and students. This year, maybe not as much. The EE, the enterprising, persuading, I market. I want kids to come to Warren Tech, so I've kind of learned how to be enterprising. And then the A, the artistic, that's kind of my lower score. So that is kind of, as I'm working on things, I can bring in my creativity or my compassion, my expressive stuff, okay? Now, if I don't get all three of these things in my daily job, obviously I need to get those in my free time, okay? So if I don't get all my artisticness, at work, I need to do something in my free time, like take an art class, or I love to read, okay? Things like that. If you aren't all connected, like let's say you're SER, which one of my really good friends is, so she gets S and E at her job, but then her R, we call that a dangler. She needs to definitely get that, if she can't, in her job, again, in her free time. Okay, so if they're not connected, that's okay. If they're connected, it's a little bit easier to find a career or find a job that has all those together. Okay, so that's kind of how the Holland Code works, okay? But it will help you even in school. It'll help you communicate with your teachers better these last couple years of high school, okay, and into post-secondary. Okay, so as you start exploring careers, really just think about the Holland Code. And if it doesn't have everything you need, you might need to adjust a little bit. Okay, and you'll change. If you take this every 5-6 years, your scores may change. You may even get another letter from what you have had in your life. Okay. So what I want